Hey guys, Morgan here. Welcome to the Daily Draft where we take Magic one draft at a time. We are in a Battle for Zendikar Pack Pro and Swiss draft, and we've got an interesting one. When you cast Conduit of Ruin, you may search your library for a colorless creature. This is a 6 mana 5/5. I like Helmar Tidecaller a lot. I keep trying to make this card work, so I think I'm gonna take it. There's a lot of good Awaken cards, especially in blue, so yeah, we'll see if we can make it work. Ooh, a couple of good ones here. There is a Retreat to Emeria. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you can either put a 1/1 core allied creature token onto the battlefield, or give creatures you control +1/+1 till end of turn. Stasis Snare, Flash, Journey to Nowhere, and exile target creature an opponent controls until Stasis Snare leaves the battlefield. That's a toughie. I think Retreat to Emeria has a higher payoff value. Getting to put a 1/1 core ally token onto the battlefield every turn is pretty big game, actually. Here we have a Serene Steward and a Shadow Glider. There's also a Foil Mountain. I think I'm going to take the Serene Steward. The Serene Steward has a higher possibility of payoff. There is an ally, can't remember what it's called right now, but when another ally enters the battlefield, you drain, which makes Serene Steward extremely good, especially with Retreat to Emeria. Ooh, there we go. Resolute Blade Master, yes, like it. Whenever another ally or Resolute Blade Master enters the battlefield under your control, creatures you control gain double strike until end of turn. Combos with Andu Champion. Happy to take that. Might not be playing blue anymore. Here, I guess I just happily pick up a Shadow Glider. Flyers are good, I've heard. We're gonna put the Helmar Tidecaller on the sideboard for now. Not quite sure whether we're gonna play it or not. So here is the Colostria Healer that I was talking about. I think I'm going to take it because that interaction seems particularly strong in a deck like this. So, yeah, whenever Colostria Healer or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Pretty good. Let's see. Hagar Sharpshooter is an ally. So is Andu Champion, though. I think I'd rather have the Andu Champion. It gives creatures you control trample until end of turn, which seems pretty good in the Double Strike Ally deck. What we're looking for, mana fixing, probably. We would also take the Life Gain Matters cards. I would love to get a Drana's Emissary. I'd love to get a Drana, but pretty sure that's not happening. Okay, Courier Griffin is a really great card. It is a decent body with some incidental life gain that, you know, can matter, especially with things like Serene Steward. I'll take the Unified Frontier. It puts a 1/1 core ally creature token onto the battlefield for each mana spent, colored mana spent to cast Unified Front. So if we end up in a really multicolor deck, that would be pretty sweet. I'm going to take the turn against here. Gain control of target creature at instant speed. Untap it. Gains haste until end of turn. So, pretty good. Here, I think I want the Shatterskull Recruit. It's a fairly decent card. I'm gonna sideboard that Jaddy Offshoot. People are taking my lands. I don't like this. I will happily take a Reckless Cohort, being a early way to trigger any allies that I have. Okay, so here we have a couple of options. There is a Canopy Vista, which I think is worth money. There's also another Resolute Blademaster, or a Courier Griffin. Honestly, I think the Canopy Vista might be a good pickup. Let's find out how much it's worth. Canopy Vista worth $5. Yeah, I'll take it. Here I would like this Valakut Predator, I think. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Yeah, I'll take that over another flyer. Here I will take another Serene Steward, that's fine. Ghostly Sentinel is also pretty good, but we've got a lot of 5s so far. I think we take the outnumber here. Malakir Familiar is a really good way to take advantage of life gain, but as is Colostria Nightwatch, we're not for sure playing black yet. Outnumber is a solid removal spell, as is Stone Fury, but Outnumber is so efficient. Here, I'm going to take the Tunneling Geopede over the Demon's Grasp. Ooh. Found a good reason to splash green. Grove Tender Druids is sweet. When another ally enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1. If you do, put a 1/1 green plant token onto the battlefield. Yeah, that's sweet. With cards like Resolute Blademaster, well, that's the only one right now, but and Outnumber too, actually. The ability to just jam the board full of things is really nice. Happily taking a Cliffside Lookout here over a Slide Runner, Nettle Drone. Passed a lot of Nettle Drones so far. But it is an ally and it takes advantage of our pretty low curve right now. Oh yeah, Canopy Vista also good with Unified Front. Here I'm going to take Sandstone Bridge. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +1/+1 and Vigilance. It's a free spell, basically. Here, Boiling Earth is actually a reasonable sideboard card against other ally decks, so I'm going to take it. Also, helps that it is real good against us. Here, I'm going to take the Valakut Invoker, which I consider to be a fine mana sink. Here, I'm going to take this island. And probably just another island. Or, no, not an island, but a plains. This time a plains. Got some sweet foils, Resolute Blademaster, Serene Steward, Mountain. Here I'm going to take the Tajuru Beastmaster, which is actually a pretty sweet top end for this deck. Happily taking this mountain though. And this one, wow, nobody took it. Sweet. When it enters the when it or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, creatures you control get +1/+1. It's almost as good as Tajuru Warcaller, but it costs 1 more mana and it is less of an issue to cast. Oh, wow. Whatever land it is. I don't think I can actually play this card, which is super unfortunate, because it is really good. I think I'm just taking the McKinley Patrol here. When it or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, creatures you control gain vigilance. It's pretty good as far as allies go. Probably not gonna play this card, unfortunately. But we should be on the lookout for more ways to gain life. Like, ooh, like retreat to Kazandu. Yeah. Oh, this is exciting. Lantern Scout. Whenever Lantern Scout or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. Speaking of ways to gain life, yeah, I'll take it. It's a pretty good one. And here's another premium ally. Whenever it or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, creatures you control gain first strike. Just getting there. So we have a couple of options here. Zada is not something that I think we're really interested in right now, in that we don't have anything to target her with right now. I think I'm going to take the Touch of the Void here over like Lithomancer's Focus, Ondu Champion, and Stonewaker, although Stonewaker, Lithomancer's Focus, and Ondu Champion are all pretty good. We're going to take a piece of removal for once. Here, there's a Slide Runner and a Sure Strike. I think I just want the Sure Strike. I have a bunch of 2s already, and the ability to like just have a combat trick is pretty important, I think. Here I'm gonna take Smite the Monstrous. Yeah, I'm gonna take a Smite the Monstrous. Cutting the Invoker as the worst 3-drop, I think. Smite the Monstrous, pretty decent. It's a removal spell, if anything. Ooh. Ondu Rising. Yeah, this is better than these two. Ondu Rising. Whenever a creature attacks, it gains a lifelink until end of turn. Pretty good. It's basically Lantern Scout that leaves behind a 4/4 instead of a 3/2. So pretty decent. Kind of bummed that it doesn't look like I'm gonna pick up an Inspired Charge. There's another Valakut Predator. There's also a Lithomancer's Focus. I think I want the Valakut Predator. We already have a combat trick. I think I cut... what do I cut? Maybe Tunneling Geopede? Yeah, I'm not like a deck that can really take advantage of that, whereas with Valakut Predator at least I have, you know, the idea of triggering it every turn. I was also going to cut Reckless Cohort as the worst of my 2-drops. Yeah, this deck's sweet. I like it. Oh, Turn Against is also on the chopping block, I suppose. I kind of count Grove Tender Druids as a 5, because you also need to pay for, you can also pay for 8 when it enters the battlefield. Take this mountain. I'm actually very happy with this Blighted Step last pick. I've been running it in my allies decks for a while now, and it's always been, reasonable for me. The question is, do I play an extra land in this deck? I don't think so. I think I have 1/6 and a lot of 3s and 4s. Oh, a couple 5s, I suppose. Maybe I cut the turn against. Like, this card is actually very good. But I'm not sure that I want it. Well, let's cut the smite, keep the turn against it, and add some basics. We want 2 forests. That's right. We'll go 7 and 6 because we already have 2 white sources. And we'll submit the deck. This will be interesting. Playing 18 lands seems right. We do have a couple of ways to utilize our mana, and we'll see how it goes.